Hey guys, what's going on? This is Robbie here from Chalk and Steel, and in this video I want to go over a couple things when it comes to mobility in order to improve your overhead squats, your front squats, things like that, okay? Because when it comes to front squats, overhead squats, one of the biggest things I see that holds people back is mobility, all right? So, especially mobility in the shoulder, okay, and also in your lats and upper back, all right? If you're new to CrossFit or you're new to weightlifting, or anytime we're doing overhead movements such as a snatch or an overhead squat, mobility is the biggest limiting factor to this, all right? The reason why is if you have an office job or an office desk, a lot of times when we're typing or we're hunched over that keyboard, this is the position we're in like so, okay? So when it comes to doing front squats or when it comes to doing overhead squats, all right, that's a tough position to be in, to go from that keyboard position to that overhead squat position, okay? So in order to improve that, we have to work on our mobility, okay? Now I want to show you just a couple things you can do using just the barbell to improve that mobility in your shoulders, all right? So that way you're able to get into that overhead squat position, okay? So first of all, one stretch you can do, and I'll show up this side of the rack, okay, is what we call a behind the neck press, okay? So a lot of times people have trouble when it comes to pressing that bar overhead, okay, especially when we do an overhead movement. So we're going to do a behind the neck press, okay, so slowly but surely press that bar up, all the way up to full extension, okay, and then back down the way we came, okay. Now, if you have tough mobility when it comes to your shoulders, a lot of times you may find a lot of people will kind of hit their head or have to push their neck through, okay. So if you have to start wider, okay, pressing that bar all the way up, okay, make sure that stays in line just behind your head, in line with your ears, back down the way you came, like so, all right? Now, as you get better and better at it, okay, you can move your hands in, all right, pressing that bar up again, just like so, all right, so you get to the point where you're super close and drive that bar all the way up like so, okay? This is definitely something you can use every day, okay, just to get your shoulders warmed up and ready to go, okay? Now, another one you can do if you're working on that front squat position, okay, you're having trouble in that front rack press, all right, the front rack position, excuse me, is a lot of times people are unable to get their elbows up all the way, okay? So a lot of people when they first start their front squats, they're in this position here, okay? So what we want to do is we want to work on getting more mobility, getting into that front rack position, okay? So how do we do that? Well, in order to actually improve that front rack, okay, we got to do this with the bar on our back, okay? So one thing you can do here is back underneath that bar, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my elbow forward like so, okay? Now, this is a tough position to be in, okay? It's not comfortable, okay? But this is what's going to help you break up that muscle tissue and allow you to get in that front rack position as you practice this movement, okay? So you start about 30 seconds on one side, okay? Rest, 30 seconds on the other side, okay? And then you can go 30 seconds with both like so, okay? Not comfortable, like I said, all right, but it's going to help you get in a better position when it comes to going into that front rack position, all right, because we want to be in this position with our elbows up the entire time, okay, because remember, in that front squat, if my elbows aren't up, okay, and I end up going into a squat, my elbows are down, that weight's going to come forward, all right, it's going to cause me to dump the bar in front of me, which we don't want, okay. So there you have it, guys. Those are two tips you can use, two techniques you can use to improve your mobility when it comes to doing the overhead squat, okay, any overhead movements, as well as that front squat position, all right? So make sure you try those, use those every day. That's something you can do every day, and it's going to make a big, big difference when it comes to working on that correct positioning for your squats. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next video.